Greetings everyone and welcome to the 15 Minutes of Disco. Today I'm having a very special episode because I'm going to show firsthand, and by the way experience firsthand, what the hell is jump trading. And today to help me I have List Please.
Raul, Huskar.
Geekon.
Mike Helly.
Nosferatu.
And then there was silence. So apparently that's all the people.
And yes, I had my microphone turned off.
Well, shit happens.
Well, fair enough. Okay, so I'm out in space, guys.
We should
Hi.
end up. Let's go.
So, while we are doing this, can someone tell me what the hell is jump trading? And why the hell do we have a mother whale?
Well, jump trading is jumping from one location to another and back and forth with set commodities, using a battleship like this one, having a jump drive, and a bunch of transports near you. The transports will basically sell to the station, and they will send a small profit to the jumper, like me, the big battleship. And pretty much that's it.
You
Or
need
you-
fuel for?
Oh,
come
Yeah.
Uh,
Suddenly.
That was not me.
Who did that?
you can also do it with ore if you have like somewhere stored a lot of it. Since we are like 4 whales and a firefly, we need how much? 30k ish,
Yep.
somewhere around that.
Nope, 25.
Well, I fell at math.
Well, fair enough. Are there any dangers to this?
Not exactly, since we just jump. No pirates to stop us in trade lanes or at the jump hole or anything else.
Only if someone prepares an ambush,
Yeah.
Exactly.
like I would do.
If somebody knows about us and he sets an ambush with a group of players,
Yeah. The problem is we'll have around 10 or more spots to jump to. So
Hey.
it's pretty hard to catch us.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's
But
pretty
then,
hard.
then the player would actually have to know the coordinates of the jump.
Yes, before you start jumping, you should first get a surveyor, get yourself the location you want to jump to, set in the coordinates, and then charge in, jump, and profit.
But what happens if we appear inside a planet?
Well, then
Ah,
tough
Would
shit.
I?
Well, that depends on where you took the
Coordinates.
coordinates. If, for example, if we take the coordinates here, when we first jump at this location, we will appear 10k above this location. And I'll start charging the jump drive right now. There's nice effects when you
Yeah, it
charge
looks
and
A
awesome.
when
bunch
you
of
jump.
glowing zoners.
Yeah. First
We're
it's
an
just
atom.
glow. Second, it's like some little stars around you. Then beams flying around you, and when you jump, you'll see it later on.
Well, fair enough. But for example, for an average player, tell me about how many players would you actually have to make this profitable?
I'd say 5+.
The more
Okay,
the
so
better.
this is not kind of, you know, me and my friend do this.
No, it's impossible since you have to buy fuel, which costs a lot.
Even with 4 players, it's not too profitable.
Yeah.
Well, for now,
Because the investment to get a battleship, a surveyor, and jump drive is about 1.5 billions. Sorry.
Even without investment, the profits will be pretty low for 4 players because you have to have a battleship, you have to buy fuel, which is pretty
so
expensive in
basically,
some parts of Sirius.
one of these ships, considering it is not a trade ship, it will still soak up the credits,
Yes,
Yeah.
and someone will have to share. Oh, okay.
and also fuel costs.
There's also another thing. You'll need a big battleship with a big cargo. I think all of them have a big cargo,
Nope.
or not. And you cannot have capital armor and the jump drive at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm using normal armor universal upgrade 8.
Which puts him at risk if someone ambushes.
Yeah.
Because if someone destroys the fuel while it is consumed, the jump cancels up.
So in our case, this is deuterium, right?
Yep.
Yep.
In this specific location. But as you know, you can use H fuel,
Moss.
MA ox, yes,
Yeah.
and promethine.
Well, for example, when regarding roleplay, are there any kind of roleplay limitations? For example, do house officials actually control this kind of transportation within their house space?
Capital ships are banned from house space and stuff.
Yeah, for example, I tried to get permissions so we could jump in Bretonia, but no, they just denied in the first minute I posted.
And just kind of terrorist.
Yeah.
And talking about Rayland, if you run into Paul Bommel, you are screwed anyway.
So as you see, I'm looting fuel from space, which you have to do it all the time in order to keep charging. It will consume, I think, 7 fuel every second.
Yeah, it seems so. Yeah, about 7. No, it's 6.
Once you finish charging, you can keep draining fuel if you have to wait more or something. But if you run out of fuel, the charging will stop and then you have to start all over again.
No,
well,
actually...
what about the trade route we're having right now?
Disclosed information.
Yeah. Well,
right
it's Gallia. Enough said.
Yeah, right now we are in Gallian, Lagadok, or however you spell it. We are checking cryocubes to Freeport 11 in Omicron Delta.
White Whale, you are moving.
He's moving a lot.
I know. I just noticed I'm positioned in the wrong place.
Careful.
And
yeah, I suppose this is another thing you need to mention, the position of the ships you need to have.
Yeah.
Stop moving, guys. Don't.
I'm not sure exactly where the ship has to be, but I know it should be around the middle or the front. And yeah, just be close enough in range of 300 meters, as much as I heard.
Yeah, we've also got our shields down so we don't bump each other.
Yep, and
the hitbox are smaller.
Well, we can still bump each other. We just don't have to spin each other. And we.
Here it goes. Or not? Yes.
Boom.
Yep.
Oh, danger entering sun corona. What?
Yeah, it always
seems
happens
to be
here.
a bug. Oh, when someone took heavy damage. Okay, I think.
Of course, it's me. As always.
Yeah, we have our shields disabled, so we reduce the hitbox and we don't bump each other to death. Well, not to death, but more like away from each other.
Yep.
Right, so now we are selling the cryocubes we took.
Yes. Meanwhile, I'll be.
One of the ships. Okay, sorry.
So now you go ahead.
One of the ships always has to get the fuel because jumping requires it. The consumption is different for each type of fuel, and you will have to figure it on your own.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also,
I thought this was I thought there was a charge on the forums.
Yes, there is, but still, well, you need to figure it out.
I actually made 10 million, and I'm in a Firefly. I made 10 million. So what are we buying here?
Iridium.
Iridium. Okay.
The exact route we are doing are actually yielding about 15 million profits per 5 minutes, but as we said, we take a certain percentage of profits to cover the cost. Yeah.
Do you think it will be profitable for actually charging players who would like to jump? For example, there are players who would like to end up from one side to the other side of Sirius.
I personally doubt it.
You know, especially lazy people, like a barge, for example.
We are not sure if the barge can be a jump drive, because it's too huge, perhaps, to be in line with 300 meters.
Well, first of all, we need to find out what is the center of the ship. Is it the tractor beam position? Because then you just need to place the barge's front to the middle of the ship, and that should be enough.
Yeah, but also when you jump, the big effects appear in front of the ship.
Mhm.
Maybe that's like opening a wormhole or something, but still ain't sure.
Well then, 10 minutes in. Does anyone here have other traders, for example? And who here have pirates? Like actively pirate or actively trade?
I actually used Interspace Commerce India, and that's it.
Well,
Power trading to the best.
Well, with the recent change in rules, with the 4-hour rule, with the recent implementations that pirates can use capital ships to pirate, have you noticed any kind of sudden increase or decrease in piracy, or no?
I actually spotted few more Molly cruisers above the leads and so, but
Yeah.
they were busy with the increased amount of capital ships to counter it.
Exactly. So basically, the change in rules don't really bring nothing new to the table, apart from the fact that there are more lawfuls to counter it.
Actually, the 4-hour rule for traders, because they are still pirates and bombers that possesses a huge risk for us, and if they manage to catch us and destroy in the capital systems, for example New York, New Tokyo, New Berlin, or New London, then we are actually effectively prevented from making most of the routes.
Yeah, man, the first time I traded after the rule change, I was pirated by a Praetorian.
You mean
Stupid Corsairs.
Prefect or Praetorian?
I don't know, it was big and Corsair.
Well, then it's the prefect, the cruiser. The Praetorian is the bomber.
Yeah, then it was a prefect. The same.
Big and mini.
Well, for now, I only seen one or two sanctioned threads about pirates and capital ships who actually demand more than usual.
Yeah, I've seen a sanction report about 25 millions,
Yeah.
30 millions, and 50 millions from free traders.
Yeah.
Empty traders, yeah.
Well, to be fair, the problem I see here is that, with the implementation of the new missions that was back in '85, when we just got the missions for capital ships, players found out that if they own a capital ship, they can actually get more money with missions, as opposed to those players who grind missions with smaller ships. So maybe this kind of thought process somehow transferred to piracy, that they think that, oh, I have a larger ship, though, so I can demand more credits. But
I actually think that it's the problem that people who, I don't want to insult anything, but as a stereotypical
moving, white whale moving.
Lol, what?
Fine.
Oh, sorry. The people that are actually pirating for huge amounts, I think, are those people that suffered from same circumstances back in the day. Because we all know that there are pirates that makes demands for empty transports and only shoots and stuff.
Suddenly.
There he goes.
Shield failed. Shields.
Anyone left behind?
No, here.
Nope.
Yeah, actually, this is the only risk about jump trading.
You can leave someone behind.
Yes.
I think I left my ear. The cheapest ear, so that's what matters.
On the road we're doing now, it's not quite a risk, because we'll go back anyway.
If it's a road, so there are jump roads consisting of multiple jumps, right?
Yes.
And how would they differ when it comes to profits?
We actually don't. I personally don't know, because this one was the most profitable one, and has a sellable fuel on the station, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Well,
because if you don't get the fuel, you cannot jump back or forward.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Just what I'm thinking that, this road demands people spend credits on fuel. So
Exactly.
would smaller jumps with smaller pay even out if you still need to buy fuel for each of that jump, because the fuel consumption stays the same, right?
Yes, exactly.
Or does the fuel consumption differ from, well, depending on how far do you jump?
No.
It doesn't.
Well, then I would say that jumping multiple systems with smaller profit would be a very bad thing to do.
Thing is, jumping multiple systems, it's not about small distances. It's about picking the right commodity.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose so.
Jump trading, for example, as we do now, we could take Ryokubes to the player-owned station and supply 40k per example 15 minutes, which makes it very effective at upgrading core upgrades.
So basically,
Yeah, so-
if some group would imagine to would decide to make a specific group that would specialize in supplying player-owned bases with ingredients.
Like us.
Yeah, like us.
Okay,
Contact us.
you all heard that, folks. The JZ specializes in supplying your bases with all the things you need.
For anything else.
From toilet papers to cryogenics.
Toilet paper. I'm in the other side of the galaxy, please bring me paper. Zoom. Here they are,
You know
the
that-
savior
that-
whales.
Yeah, that's some problem that you realize that the toilet paper is in the next stall, and here you are on the other side of freaking serious.
Who dropped deuterium here?
I think us from the last run.
Oh. Lol.
I bought cryotubes, that's what I need to buy, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yay.
I forgot to buy the first time.
It
Oh
happens.
well, shit happens.
Oh,
Yeah, I flew empty.
No, like it, sir. Well, I don't know. I'm in a Firefly, and I'm actually making quite a bit of profit. I started
But
out
don't
with 8
forget-
I started out with 8 million, and now I'm at 28.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
very
a
nice.
Firefly. Yes, only a Firefly.
Only a Firefly, and that
In
is
how much? 5 minutes?
yeah, in 5 minutes. Well, more. Actually, it's 17 minutes, and
Well-
only 3,000 and a half cargo.
So if we had a lot of time, we could be like this non-stop and make a lot of money.
Exactly.
Well, you still have to pay to the carrier and to the guy that buys fuel because he makes like 3 times less money.
Well, we
But
actually
correct.
share the same money that is
Yep.
sent to the jumper carrier. So because we both invested our money in getting the technology and ships.
Oh, so I'm just like a hello. I'm just gonna tag along.
No, you
Yeah.
will pay,
Oh, you dicks.
Yeah.
or we will leave you at.
Oh yeah, didn't we
Oh,
mention that?
Somewhere in Delta.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh look, none of you have CDs. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
No, but you forgot I have 2 missiles.
Well,
And
I have
that
countermeasures,
ship-
so
Don't forget that the ships can attack transports,
yeah, exactly.
and Zoner can protect Zoner.
Well, I'm not attacking you, so tra-la-la-la.
You're a potential risk of
Potential
getting
risk of
away.
operations while being inside of your group.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Actually, this is something that the admins will need to take in mind, because what counts as threatening your allies? For example, if someone comes up to our group right now and shoots our fuel, can we attack them? Because in theory, they haven't opened fire on us.
No, but they...
Exactly. What did they do?
Yeah.
Is there a rule right now that stops them, that prevents them from doing that, while escaping roleplay consequences?
Or
It
even
was,
if they-
it was the same thing with
There it goes.
gold and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just.
Oh, come
I'm just,
on, damn
I'm-
again.
I'm just going to keep my shield off.
And yes, actually, if you are going to jump trade, you should get an armor upgrade just in case. Because well, as you can see, someone took damage.
Again.
Again,
Yes.
yeah.
And if I wouldn't have armor, I probably would be at very low HP or already dead.
Well, to be fair, I actually lost health the first time we jumped before I started recording the video. I took
Yeah,
only
me too.
half my hull. and I don't have a armor upgrade. That's 18 more. And Iridium back.
So basically, as we calculated, it takes about 5 minutes to jump to one location. And this exact route yields 15 millions per each jump. Come on, I'm stuck.
Well,
if we are counting the money that
suddenly.
Oh.
What the fuck? I think you are stuck.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
It's raping me.
Oh, I almost died.
Good man. Oh well.
Yeah, maybe we should space out the times when we undock.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. This was 15. Okay, this was 20 minutes of disco. So this was us showing what is jump trading. Hope you'll enjoy that, and see you next day.